Hey everyone, I'm Bill. I'm with Cali Moto TV. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Fairfield Ford here in Fairfield, California. Yes, that is my 2019 F-250 Super Duty Platinum with about $10,000 worth of modifications to it. Now this is a 2020 F-250 Super Duty Lariat with the Tremor Package. So today we're going to be going over what you actually get with the Tremor Package, and is paying for this brand new 2020 Super Duty Lariat with the Lariat package and the Tremor Package better than buying a Platinum and putting $10,000 into it. So let's get into this video. All right guys, so this is a 2020 F-250 Lariat with a Lariat package and a Tremor package. This does have this 6.7 liter diesel engine in it. Now, first thing I want to just quickly point out is this truck has a leveling kit. Why is the rear end up so high and the front end is leveled? So I will tell you straight off the bat, when they pulled this truck up, it did not look like it is a level truck. When we get around to the other side, I'll kind of briefly show you guys my truck, which is leveled, which is only leveled to 1.5 inches, but this looks like it is stock. But this is the Tremor package, so let's start at the rear and kind of walk around to the other side. But rear, we are at the Lariat package. So standard tailgate, you do have the blind side assist, and of course you've got the tow hitch back here. And some of the big keys, and I'm going to talk about them in a minute, exactly what you get with the Tremor package. One, you get this cool decal on the back, which the FX4 decal I immediately tore off. You get what Ford is claiming as 35-inch tires, which in fact, well, all right, if you want to go to the top, they're 35-inch tall tires. But as standard truck people know, these are not 35-inch tires. These are 285 75s. And to make everything fit, they've put them on an 18-inch rim. You've lost your 20-inch rim, which I like the look of a 20-inch rim personally myself. So wheels, a little disappointed on the Tremor. You'll see that on the Tremors, they do come with this nice little wheel fender flare, but very small compared to mine. So we'll again see that. Lariat, they took your standard Lariat side step off. This is a Tremor step. So you do, that's the added on Tremor step. Now, personally, if you get a Lariat or if you get a Platinum, you do not, and you get the Tremor, you get this step. You don't get the folding steps, which is a little disappointing, and you can't build it that way. This is the step you get. I personally would rather have the fold-away step than this Tremor step. It's also higher than the folding step. It doesn't come down quite as far. The front end, again, we're gonna go over all the details, but you'll see they've much beefier suspension in there. I don't know if you can see the red shock in there. Again, 285 75 18 tires. Again, a Lariat, so you've got the blacked out emblems, blacked out mirror caps, painted door handles to color match. With the Lariat, you also get the blacked out housing on the headlights, which is very cool. I'll give it that. And then, of course, you get the blackout package for the front grille, and the tow hooks are blacked out. So very nice. Again, talking about the front end from the 2019 to the 2020, the front end is much different. The lights are different. And I said this in the 450 video, I like the 19 lights that go all the way horseshoed around. I don't know, I'm not really digging the front end of the 2020s personally, but you know, everyone's got their taste. Coming around this side, basically nothing's really different here. I might be able to get a little bit better lighting so you can see the shocks here. And of course, they've upgraded the rear spring. They've added this extra leaf and this stop in here. So you're gonna see that's added for the Tremor package. And you do get a full size, again, 285 75 18 tire as a spare. So kind of nice there. A couple things to point out real quick. The antennas, they moved to the back, so you can see the GPS antennas have been moved to the back. And this sticker, MSRP, is $79,790. Now bear with me just for a quick minute when we go to our 2019 F-250 Super Duty Platinum, I like the front end better. I like the headlights. Of course, I've got Morimoto headlights, painted grille and everything. So we've done some work on here. But these are 35-inch tires. This is a 35-inch tire. So when it's advertised as a 35-inch tire, this is what I would be expecting to get. So coming around here, of course, we've got the blackout package, but you can see the fender flares on mine are much wider than the fender flares on the 2019, but 35 12.5-inch tires. So that's really what I kind of wanted to point out here, is that they're advertising this truck to have 35-inch tires, and although they are 35-inch high, they are really not 35-inch tires. So just to kind of give you guys that point out. But outside that, pretty much not much has changed. Now I do want to get into the engine compartment of the 2020 because there are a couple things that I noticed when I was poking around on the engine. So of course we'll get in here into the interior here in a minute. First thing I do want to point out is I noticed this bracket here. This silver bracket. This silver bracket goes up to the steering box. It looks like they've made some modifications to the steering control module, I guess you'd call it. So you can see the shocks here. And again, it's the level. I don't know. Not very level. But into the engine, a couple point outs that I do want to show. I haven't really kind of studied this engine, but just to kind of show you guys what the 2019 looks like. Now, thank you, Ford, for moving the airbox back to the front of the truck. So in 2017, 18, 19, they had the airbox behind the battery, which didn't make any sense. Everyone did the S&B air filters, which relocated to the front. So they finally moved it back to the front. They still have their crappy batteries in there. But one of the things that I did notice is that they've got this big aluminum turbo intake, which is probably what's helping with the horsepower increase in the 2020 to the 2019. Outside of that, not much difference. I didn't really notice much different outside of that and the relocation of the battery. So let's go ahead and step back and again look at the 2020 compared to the 2019. Let's get inside and take this thing for a quick drive. All right, guys, so I wanted to go over real quick and just explain to you guys what the added options are and some pricing on some of the new features on the F-250 for the 2020. So the first, the big talk is this Tremor package. And the Tremor package is $3,975, the add-on Tremor package. And this is what you get with the Tremor package. You get 35-inch tires. So it's advertised as 35-inch off-road tires. And then it says light truck duty, 285, 75, 18. You get 18-inch low gloss, so matte wheel. If you are getting like the Lariat package, which is an additional, that you get a gloss 20-inch wheel, you lose that. You do get a little bit of credit, but you lose that. You get a unique front spring, which has a ride height increase, which, like I talked about at the beginning of the video, basically what they did was they just raised the whole truck. They didn't level the truck, they just raised the whole truck up. So I don't want to get into it too much. Rear electronic locking differential. You get a front limited slip differential. Performance front and rear shock absorbers. So you can saw those. Those are the big red shock absorbers. You get a off-road running boards, and these are textured matte finish. Again, if you get a platinum and you get the electronic boards that I prefer, they go down lower and everything. Plus they tuck up higher. You lose that package. If you get a platinum with the Tremor package, you lose those power running boards and you have to take the Tremor running boards, which kind of sucks. You get the skid plates, which are like the FX4s. So basically you get the skid plate for the transfer case and the fuel. You get a unique front air dam, which approach angle improvement. So what I think is that's that valance in the front. It's a two-wheel drive valance instead of the four-wheel drive valance. Water fording vent tubes for the transfer case and axle. You get rock crawler mode, which I'm not sure where rock crawler mode is. It's not anywhere on the dash or anything. You also get trail control mode. You get the Tremor decal on the back. You also get a spare wheel that's the same size. So you do get the 35-inch 285, 75/18, and you get a the wheel lip molding. So the molding on the wheel lips, you guys get that. So that's the Tremor package for $39.75. Now I wanted to go over a couple other options that I didn't know that were there, but a couple that I didn't know was an add-on. One option is $250 gets you what they call a rapid heat in the Power Stroke. For you guys back east and in the northeast, Michigan, $250 gets you basically heat immediately in your diesel before the diesel heats up. If you want to add on the LEDs that come standard on the Platinum onto your Lariat, without the Lariat package, it is $1,180. If you guys consider and you guys really want the LEDs, get them now, because I think they're like $1,800 or $2,500 aftermarket through Ford, or you can go with different manufacturers. I'm sure Morimoto will have headlights out for about $1,600, but if you want the LEDs, $1,180. The tow package, there's two different kind of tow packages. You can get a tow package that's $2,730. The $2,730 is the one that is in this truck. It's the heavy duty tow package, which includes the trailer backup switch down here, or you can just get the trailer backup switch without the heavy duty package in the back for $1,600. They call it the ultimate trailer package. The Lariat package, in addition to the Tremor package, $39.75. Then you get the Lariat package, which is $42.95, which is what this truck has. And then the final thing, which someone had commented on the 450 videos, the adaptive four-wheel or rear-wheel steering is $1,000 different additional option. So you can get that in addition. Now, I priced out, just to be fun, I priced out a Tremor in an XLT. What's the cheapest F-250 that I can get a Tremor for? And I think it was $53,000. So the cheapest Tremor package you can get, $53,000. Now, I added the Platinum with the Tremor package, and we were almost at $88,000. Now, this truck does retail for $79,790. Now, I paid out the door $75,000 for my truck. Out the door is what I paid for the truck, and I put about $10,000 into it. So I kind of, I'm kind of going back and forth in how well. So what I'm trying to get at is, do your guys' homework, because is the Lariat package and the tow package, or excuse me, the Tremor package. Look, the Tremor package isn't for me because I don't do off-roading. So the Tremor package isn't for me. So just do your homework. Go on Ford's website, please, and go through all of the different options. It's a little bit confusing, but trust me, if you're thinking about buying one of these trucks, it can be very, very confusing with all of the different options. So let's get driving this thing, and let's see how the Tremor does out on the road. All right, guys, so we're out on the road here in Fairfield, just on the back roads, and we're in the 2020 F-250 Tremor. This is the Lariat with the Lariat package. Now, so a little bit of changes from 2019 to 2020 as far as the 6.7 motor. 6.7 motor, we've got 475 horsepower and 1,050 pound-feet of torque. That takes a torque up just about 50 and some change, and I think they've added about 40 and some change horsepower over the 19 model. Now, the 7.3 does have 430 horsepower and 475 pound-feet of torque. So a little bit less torque, but close to the same horsepower. Now, I was just talking to a gentleman that is actually ordering a 7.3 Tremor, and he decided to go over the Tremor, he tried to go over the 7.3 gas over the 6.7 diesel, simply because, well, we're in the great state of California, and the modifications that you can do to a 7.3 is much more than you can do to a diesel in law-wise. So, yeah, so. But getting in the truck, I can feel the suspension is a little bit stiffer, but we're kind of riding it pretty good. I do feel the back end up quite a bit. We're raked up a little bit, so the truck definitely isn't leveled, but I believe the truck is raised up about 1.5 inches is what we determined. The rear is a 3-inch difference from the front. The guy that was ordering the truck actually measured that for me. So we are 3-inch difference in the rear to the rear wheel well to the front wheel well. So it is not level. All right. And then a big gripe, like I said, you know, look, I get the whole, some people will say technically they are 35-inch tires, but if you're going to advertise 35-inch tires, really, and you're going to get 35 real 35s, they should be 35 12.5s. My personal gripe about the tires. But look, the Tremor's definitely not for me. After doing some research this morning about the Tremor package and what is offered on the Tremor, for me, I don't go off-road, you know, and what little off-road I do, the Tremor package just isn't personally for me. Now, if you are doing off-road stuff minorly, basically, you know, gravel roads or, you know, the back roads and stuff like that, yeah, the Tremor package is going to help you out. But if you're going to be doing some major off-roading, look, spend your money over on the lift kit and get yourself a good lift kit. So again, I don't know. I'm not sure. Aesthetics in the interior difference, we've kind of gone over the differences on the 450. The 250 Lariat is a little bit different than obviously the Platinum that I have. I've got some pretty decent features, but this truck as a Lariat with the Lariat blacked out package and everything like that, we have all of the features like the B&O stereo, we have the backup surround cameras, we have the tow assist that does the backup trailer. I'm not sure if this one in particular has the collision alert, but this does not have adaptive cruise control. This one does not have adaptive cruise control, this particular model, but that's just an add-on to it. The four-wheel steering or the rear steering assist, $1,000. That's kind of a nice feature if you're going to be doing some tight turning. So I mentioned on the F-450 how nice the turning is, and that's the wide track front end that really allows that. I'm not even sure if I don't believe the four-wheel or rear steering is even available in a dual wheel. I believe it's only in the single wheel setup in the back when I was kind of looking at it. And I believe you can only get it in the XLT and above, not available in the XL. And I think there's also some qualification about the motor has to either be a 7.3 or a 6.7. So there's a couple different, you know, like I said, go and do your research and really read every little fine detail on the website, because, you know, it can be confusing, especially when you're starting to add on and take off. If you're getting a Lariat and you want to add some and take some, that's why I just went with the Platinum. Basically, the Platinum's just got everything, so you don't really have to worry about it. But the truck, this particular truck, it runs smooth, runs nice. You got the nice power of the 6.7. We're at again 475 horsepower, so you feel it. It's got a good decent pull to it. kind of, again, hard to go from a 250 to this truck because, you know, from my truck to this truck, because obviously I've done the different mods. But just to kind of real quick, just go over pricing. So obviously, you know, work with your dealers, and I think, you know, the 2020s that are now just coming out, they're probably going to work with you a little bit less. So if you guys have some time to wait, you can always get, typically, my rule of thumb in buying vehicles is whatever the MSRP is, that's what you're going to try to shoot for out the door. And that on this truck would be about $7,900 discount. And depending on dealerships, sometimes they'll work with you, sometimes they'll not. But that's about what I got off when I ordered my Platinum, because I believe the Platinum was built out. My truck was built out to almost 82,000, and I had it for 75 out the door. So you can kind of see what the differences is. But right now, you know, there's not a lot of Tremor packages on the lot. So a lot of people, again, do your homework and get pricing, because the pricing, make sure that you know what you're paying for the truck, right? I believe when you order the truck through the dealer, you have to kind of, you go through finance and you order it, and you start to basically, I don't know if you necessarily pay for it right then, but basically all the paperwork's done. So when you, this gentleman, it was getting ready to go into finance, and he was just simply ordering the truck. So do your homework. And I know I didn't get too much into the different features and stuff. That's not really what this video was about. If you guys are interested in a real in-depth 6-7 features and stuff like that, let me know, and maybe I can go a little in depth. But I think if you guys are watching this video, really you guys are curious of, and what I was curious about is, what is the actual difference between and adding the Tremor package? And if you're going to add that Tremor package, what do you get and what do you lose? And also understand that when you add the Tremor package, there's some things that you lose, like on the Lariat. You lose the big 20-inch wheels with the Sport package, and you get 18-inch wheels. You also, on the Platinum package, you also lose the power running boards because you get the Tremor boards. Just again, research. But I hope this cleared up some of the questions you guys had about the Tremor 250 and 350, and what's available on it, and what some pricing is on some of these different things. So we're back here at Fairfield Ford. Thank you guys for sticking around for the video. I know it was a little bit lengthy, but I hope, my goal today was to answer some questions about the Tremor and the new 2020, and some pricing on some new features. So thank you guys for sticking around. Make sure that you smash that like button. Please give me a thumbs up. It's really more important than you guys know, so please give me a thumbs up. But also please hit that subscribe button and ring that bell notification. That's going to get you guys all of our content. Do you guys like the car reviews? Let me know. Do you guys like this style car review? It's kind of an impromptu. Sometimes they call me and say, we've got a special truck here or a special vehicle here. So let me know. But make sure you subscribe down below and get those bell notifications. And comment down below if there's anything you guys want me to review, or anything you guys would like to see at Ford or Lincoln. I've got access to a whole dealership, so let me know in the comments down below. But thank you guys for sticking around. We'll see you next video. Until then, we'll see you then. Bye, guys.